Suffering for beauty, it's an age-old quest. Whether the foot binding in ancient China, women in Africa and Asia stretching their necks with brass rings, or early American women wearing corsets to force a tiny wasp waistline, women throughout history have shown themselves willing to go to nearly any length to attain into what is considered beautiful. Think we've come a long way since then? We'd sure like to think we progressed in modern times, but upon closer examination of many modern practices, the reality is that perhaps we may not be so different after all. Consider high heels, for example. Do people realize that in modern society we are doing almost the very same thing as what was regularly practiced in ancient China, and for basically the same reasons? Foot binding was done in order to create a small, delicate-looking lotus foot. Isn't that the same concept created by high heels, accentuating the feminine elements of the foot and trying to make it look small and dainty, while at the same time decreasing the athletic performance for nearly the same price, too? Wearing high heels can result in chronic injuries to the muscles, ligaments, tendons of the feet, and even cause broken bones, as well as potential knee and lower back injuries from the offset imbalance. It may seem like high heels look nice, but at what price? And what about the issue of temperature control? Women are typically, by nature, more cold-blooded creatures, while men seem to naturally produce more body heat. However, on formal occasions and even day-to-day, you will often see that it's men who are dressed warmer, while women are willing to suffer wearing something with very scanty coverage, even in cooler weather or in a drafty room, just for the sake of fashion, vogue, and style. Especially if you understand the importance of even blood circulation, it becomes more apparent how unhealthful this can really be. Since the arms and legs are large reservoirs of blood, allowing them to be chronically chilly can drive a lot of extra blood back toward the heart, causing a burden of blood congestion in the internal organs. There's no doubt that on the long term, this could potentially play a role in conditions such as inflammation, menstrual pain, endometriosis, and many other diseases or problems. Besides that, many young women are literally starving themselves to death, trying to reach standards perpetuated by the media, while others are putting their lives at risk or spending a small fortune in order to undergo plastic surgeries and get expensive beauty treatments and supplies. Yet despite our best efforts, in the back of your mind, there is always the lurking fear that you're never quite pretty enough, no matter how much time you put into trying to look good. It's been said that even models have considerable self-image problems often. One thing is clear. It's amazing what lengths we're willing to go to in the quest for beauty. But why is it that we're willing to do this to ourselves? Why are we willing to subject ourselves to perpetual suffering for the sake of trying to look good? Why are we chasing this elusive desert mirage? Could it be that all of this is at least partially a result of the fashion industry and media's perpetuating unreasonable standards in order to increase consumerism? And do we need our self-esteem riding so much on what men think of us? How can all these influences define the true measure of a woman? I guess the real million-dollar question for you and for me to ask ourselves is, can we ever get off this merry-go-round? Can we ever come to the point where we feel comfortable in our own skin, feel happy to be who we are, and feel like we are natural and beautiful in our own special way? It's obviously good to be healthy, and it's natural and healthy for us as women to enjoy making some efforts to fix ourselves up and look nice. But at the point where things come to a toxic extreme so that we are actually doing ourselves physical harm in order to chase after unreasonable standards, it seems that something might need to be reconsidered. After many years of suffering a low body image when comparing myself to societal standards, I personally have come to accept myself just for who I am, and I honestly hope you can find this peace too. Flowers come in all different shapes and sizes, and women do too. Variety is the spice of life. Let's celebrate it.